What's good? What's good? What's good, y'all? So I just wanted to make this video real quick for you guys. Hope you blah, 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 blah. Yeah, not gonna edit this shit out. So hopefully you guys are having a great Sunday. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Hopefully you guys are gonna have a great time, safe evening, enjoying the game. Anyways, that's not really what this video is about. This video is about I just want to save you guys a little bit of time, a little bit of stress, a little bit of complications. You know what I mean? So that whenever you start dealing with new people, you know who to put in the bin and who to put in your time. Who to put your time in. So look, check this out. Whenever somebody just has tendencies and they tell you up front who they are, like, you know what I mean? When they just have tendencies that just don't align with who you are, just believe them. Just believe them. If they have, like, for example, if you know for a fact that you just don't like the energy that comes along with horror movies, nothing against horror movies. Some horror movies are really good and I enjoy them, blah, blah, blah. I have enjoyed them in the past. It's not really something that I see myself indulging in the future. But, like, you know what I mean? It's just not me. It's just not me. But, like, let's say you, like, getting involved with somebody, you getting involved with you're getting involved with some shorty and she's like, oh yeah, I like watching horror movies, that's all I like to do. And she says that, and like you already like made the you already made a decision with yourself that you're not going to be doing that type of shit. You're not going to be moving forward with that type of thing. You're not going to be entertaining that type of energy because that's just not what you want to do. Just cut it from there. Don't try to don't settle with somebody just because you want to have somebody with you. Don't settle for somebody that you just want to that you just want to have somebody there. It's better off than you just be alone and you protect your energy. You protect like everything that you've been working hard on. You feel me? Like I said, man, there's nothing against that, but like I'm just saying for an example, like if you don't like something, don't like it just because somebody else who you're trying to fuck with likes it. Does that make sense, y'all? Don't be somebody that you're not just because you want to be with somebody, period. That'll save you a lot of time and effort. Now, here's another thing to look out for. Don't if they already like if you just met somebody and they're already asking you for shit, they're already trying to put you in that role of somebody who is like gonna come and save the day. Just save the time. Save yourself some time, energy, and effort. Leave them alone, bro. Leave them alone. Like, just leave them alone because, like, think about it. If they look at you as a means to an end, you're always going to be taken advantage of. You're always going to be seen as a means to an end. And if that's how the relationship starts, that's how the relationship is going to end. It's not going to be able to develop into something beautiful. Trust me. Leave it right there where it stands. Save yourself the time, energy, and effort. Put it into yourself. Put it into somebody who actually has interest in you. You know what I mean? And you could tell when somebody has interest in you when they actually are asking about like what you're into. Here's another thing. This kind of feeds into another thing. Like, whenever you're like interested in somebody, make sure they are interested in you. Make sure that they actually want to learn about you, know about you, ask about you. You're not always the one initiating you're not the one always initiating conversation. Sometimes they just hit you up because they care about you, they want to know about you, want to know about what you're doing. That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. When you're with somebody and you're communicating with somebody who actually cares about you, your well-being, and what you're doing, how you're doing, they will reach out to you from time to time. That's just true. It's just true. It's just true. Especially if it's a female. Especially if it's a female. If it's a male, like sometimes you do have to initiate that because a lot of times the guys they just be on their grind. They just be focused on them. They just be doing their thing. So you know they just be doing their own thing. So like it's just kind of like whatever works works. But don't chase. Don't chase. Don't chase. No matter what. That has to be a thing that you get through your skull, man. And I had to get that through my skull because if you chase, you're always going to be chasing. Just leave it alone, bro. Leave it all alone. Like, make sure that the people that you are interested in you. And that'll save you so much headache, so much mental anguish, so much, like, confused feelings, so much lessons that God is just going to have to look back and just be saying, I told him not to go for that. Like, all of that, it'll save you all of that. All of that. All of that, bro. It'll save you a lot. It will save you so much. Because if somebody looks at you as just somebody who's just going to come and save the day, they're going to always look at you like that. And if they're not interested in you, what the fuck do I look like trying to convince you to be interested in me? I'd rather go with somebody who's already interested in me, already like wants to find out what I'm about, already wants to find out what my morals are, what my interests are, and how they can add to that with what they have. Why not already just go for somebody like that? Is it rarer? Maybe. But it makes it just that much more special. So, you feel me? Sometimes you just gotta, pick and choose. Pick and choose. So that's why you gotta pick and choose a better person that you want to be with. Yeah, man. You gotta just pick and choose a better person to be with because, like, it ain't always. I don't know how do you say? It ain't always perfect, but whenever you guys have a mutual understanding and a mutual interest in each other, it makes sense. Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. Because if you're sitting there and you're the only one interested and you're just blah, 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 you're just like, oh man, I just really hope this person likes me. The other person is just sitting there like, well, I just want them to be here as a placeholder in the meantime until I find somebody that I'm actually interested in. No. It's not worth it, y'all. It is not worth it, gang. Leave that shit alone, bro. Like, only show interest to somebody who you, like, can pick up the energy that they fuck with you. You, like, genuinely. It is not gonna be worth it if you just mess with somebody who tolerates you. Like, have them be interested in, and I'm not saying you can control what people are interested in. Sometimes people get interested in what other people are interested in if the things that you're interested in are worth being interested in. You see what I'm saying? Hopefully you guys get me. If it's actually like a cool interest, you might develop an interest for what they are interested in. You know what I mean? But if it's already goes against what you stand for, don't go for it, bro. Don't go for it. Save yourself the energy, the time, the weekend, the night. Save yourself. Save yourself before it's too late. Really, genuinely. Make sure that they're healthy. Make sure that they're healthy, bro. If they're not healthy mentally, they're not healthy physically, if they're not healthy, like, emotionally, spiritually, you don't have no type of business fucking with somebody like that. If they have a lot of shit going wrong, take that as a sign. Because sometimes God be punishing people who deserve it. And, like, genuinely, he will set aside people and he will punish them because they don't listen to him. And if you go and try to stop what God is trying to do to make them learn their lesson, you will be right in that hellfire, right on with them. Trust me, I've had it happen to me, and I had to have it just be a lesson, because I had to have it be a lesson, because God will tell me, like, bro, you don't have no business going to be with this person, and I'll go do it anyways, just because I'm bored. I don't want to be alone. And it's not because I'm scared to be alone. I do very well being alone, but just after being alone so long, you want to be with somebody. You feel me? Hopefully that makes sense to y'all. But like, check it out. Don't let your desire for friendship, relationship, and intimacy throw you under the bus with other people's irresponsible actions that they are dealing with. If anything, you want to be able to benefit off of the responsible actions that people have been doing for a long period of time. They have a track record of being responsible and been putting together and building and getting with themselves, getting with learning who they are, getting with God, and co-creating what really matters. Like, you're better off doing that and learning from them. I don't like being in, like, I genuinely don't like being in an intimate relationship with somebody who is lower than me. And that sounds so rude, but like, genuinely, you save so much time and effort doing that. Think about it. If somebody's all the way down here and you're right here and you're trying to get all the way up here, if they're down here, you're gonna have to go down here to even fuck with them, to even help them slowly, even kinda get up to where you are at right here. And in the process of you trying to get them up to speed, you are slowly lowering where your point is at in the first place. Hopefully that makes sense to y'all. And I'm not saying that you got to look at what people have and just go off of that. Oh, well, they don't have shit, so I don't want to be with them. No, that's not exactly 100% true. More off of what I just said, as in, if I can truly learn from that person. You can learn from any situation, okay? But what I mean by that is, this person has traits that I would like to see in myself, and that inspires me to learn from them. Completely different from, okay, that was a fucked up situation, now I gotta learn from that. And I'll just take that as an L and take that as a lesson. Take that as an L, turn it into a lesson. So, you gotta set the boundaries straight and hold those boundaries when you're going forward and meeting new people and meeting new friends. That's just overall, and meeting new business partners too. Because if they overstep the boundaries of what you're comfortable with, you don't have no business doing business with them. And whenever you're doing business and money is involved, it adds another layer of complication to it. So you gotta have that boundary and morale and your morals all aligned so that they all level off of each other, so that it makes balance. It creates balance. Genuinely. Because you'll realize, like, after a while, you'll realize that if you hang around people who you have a different mindset of, you'll feel disconnected from yourself. Cooking right now with grease. Oh wow, man. You'll feel disconnected with who you truly are if you get around people who you're not like. For example, if you just get around people who just only think about money, right? There's nothing wrong with getting money. Getting money is a natural thing for everybody. Everybody needs money. But there's just those types of people who only think about money. They think about their family last. They think about their, you know what I mean? What they want to do with the money has nothing to do with their family. It is, they just want to be rich by any means possible, and they don't really care about anybody else. If that's not really what you're on, you're going to want to stay away from those types of people who put money over family, put money over themselves, put money over their morals, put money over their spirituality, put money over God, put money over... You're going to see a reoccurring theme of you feeling out of touch if you're just hanging around people who are just like, money is more important than people. You feel me? You feel me? And it's not even that like they're wrong. It's just like, if that's not your view, if that's not how you view it, it can kind of mess you up a little bit. And there's nothing wrong with having people with different type of views and kind of taking things and learning from other people who have different mindsets. Because if you don't, you might get stuck in the mindset that you already have. But it just allows for you to help yourself more, be around somebody who you think aligns with what you stand for. That's why we like certain people. That's why we like certain people. And the funny thing is, like, you'll like certain people and then you'll start to not like them. Or you will not like certain people and they'll start to rub off on you, and you'll start to like them. You know what I mean? Because when you first meet somebody, you don't really meet them. You meet what they represent themselves as. You know what I mean? And usually it's kind of hard for somebody to show you all of themselves whenever they first meet you for however long you're with them. So once time goes on a little bit longer, you can kind of see their mannerisms and see how they move, see if their actions align with their words that they spew out of their mouth. Hopefully that makes sense to y'all too. But yeah, man, like, take good care of yourselves. Take good care of the people that you had around you, and you can save yourself so much, like, heartbreak, so much pain, so much, like, unnecessary bullcrap. Genuinely. So, that's just what I've learned in the time that I've been interacting with people in general. You can, and also don't settle. Just because somebody might have a similar view, they might have a similar view than what you look at life in. Don't think that, oh, well, that's the closest thing that I've had to somebody who, that's the closest thing I've had to somebody who looks at things the way that I look at things. So I'm just going to go be with them. I think I'm thinking about things on a more like intimate and romantic side of things. Because with business, sometimes you need somebody who thinks about things differently than you, so that they can see what you don't see. They look at things up here, you look at things straight away, so that you guys can get the both. If y'all understand what I'm saying, you guys can get both of those things when it comes to business partnerships. But right now, I was just kind of thinking about those type of partnerships. I'm really explaining to y'all how both can go hand in hand. So, here's another one. Don't be somebody's, I don't know how to say this. Don't look at yourself as somebody's therapist. There's nothing wrong with you going and talking with somebody and talking things out with somebody. That is beautiful. The fact that you can even, like, Whenever it's possible for you to actually help somebody with their situation that they're going through with your words, that means that you can communicate well. And there's nothing wrong with that, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't use that gift, because it is a gift. But check this out. Sometimes people will take advantage of people who open themselves up to talk about things. They'll just trauma dump, and they will say, well, I can always go talk to this person about it, and blah 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 blah, whenever it's not. It shouldn't always be like that, and it turns into something toxic when it doesn't have to be.